Hey, English 11, Mr. Nass here, and we are looking at Lesson 7 on Unit 2, our rhetorical analysis unit. So this is the second half of surface features. Last lesson was on diction and syntax. Now we're going to talk about figurative language and imagery, what those things are, how we can find them in a text, and then you will practice doing that for this lesson. So let's take a look at our good old framework. Hopefully you're getting an idea of how this framework works from going through the different lessons. But basically we started here with the situation, kind of the big idea around a text or around a piece of rhetoric. Then we talked about the appeals. And now we're down at the bottom here with structure, form, organization, diction, what kind of words does the author use, syntax, what kind of order are those words put into, and today we'll talk about imagery, figurative language, and this is how we analyze rhetoric, how we analyze persuasive writing and speaking. That's where we are today, down on the bottom. If you don't have your notebook with you, pause the video, go get your notebook, excuse me, and write down these two definitions. Figurative language is language that is not literal. That's what the word figurative means. It uses comparisons to link concrete things to abstract ideas. Figurative language is great because it makes language a little more fun and a little more effective. Helps you to understand ideas that are deeper than just being literal all the time. And then imagery is literary devices that evoke a sensory experience. So the key word there is sensory, your five senses. And imagery gets you to feel a certain way and think a certain way based on appealing to your five senses. All right, so a little bit deeper look into figurative language. Once again, it's not literal. It's the opposite of literal. Literal, you say something and it means exactly what you say. Figurative, it doesn't mean exactly what you say. You're trying to be a little creative with language. So figurative language sometimes has, sometimes is literary devices like this list on this slide, metaphors, similes, personification, hyperbole, allusion, some words that you very well should know at this point, some comparisons and ways to speak not literally, but to get a reader's attention and to try to make a point. Secondly, we have imagery. So imagery is sensory experience, right? So how does a speaker appeal to the five senses? Where is their vivid description? Vivid description means that it's something that you can, it's a lot of detail. Makes you think or feel a certain way. So we have visual imagery, sight, olfactory, that's a fancy word for smell. Gustatory imagery is taste. Tactile imagery is touch. And oh no, one of mine is off the slide there. Sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing, auditory imagery. Yeah, just make that smaller so you can see that. So once again, your four surface features, two that we looked at last unit were diction and syntax. Very simply, diction is the words the author chooses. Syntax is word order. Imagery is descriptive, vivid language. Visually descriptive, figurative language is figures of speech, metaphors, comparisons, and things like that. So how does all this rhetorical analysis fit together? Well, check it out. We started with the situation. Why does the text exist? Who is supposed to read it or hear it? What's the purpose of it? Those are the big ideas. Then we look a little closer at the text and we say, what is the appeal? How is the author trying to persuade? Ethos, pathos, or logos? And now we're looking really closely at the text. Surface features, things that you have to look closely to find. And that's the diction, syntax, imagery, and figurative language. All of it works together. All of this stuff, surface features, are chosen by the author to achieve the appeal, which then is used by the author to persuade people, the audience, in the situation, exigence that they're writing. It all works together. It's amazing. It's magical. It's rhetorical analysis. So let's check out what you're supposed to do here as far as assignments. First of all, you have a must-do, which is figurative language and throwback tunes. So you got some great 90s music you get to choose from. Let me show you the doc. It's this one. Some wonderful music up here. Choose one of the songs. Write the song you choose here in this box. And then find these 4 parts of surface features. Give evidence. Evidence is a quote from the lyrics of the song. Copy quote from the lyrics of the song. An explanation is telling me, why did you pick that? Why did you pick that for syntax? Why did you pick that for imagery? Okay, explain yourself. That's a must-do. The should-do is surface features in literature. And that's just a couple of, it's this one, a couple of short excerpts, small text from literature, where you're looking for figurative language in this first one, from Raisin in the Sun. Answer those questions. And then down here, first they killed my father. You have a quick excerpt, small part of text from that work, and you answer questions about its imagery over there. That's the should do. And finally, the mastery check. We're almost done with this unit, so we want to see what you can do with your analysis, which means you're reading and listening. You can follow this link. It starts when the speech starts, to John F. Kennedy's 1961 inaugural address. Inaugural address is when someone becomes president. It's the speech they give right after they become president. So you have to mark the text, the script of the speech, highlighting the different things you're looking for here. I'll let you read that for yourself, but you need to highlight different colors for different things that you're finding. There's your background as always. There's JFK right there. This is a speech by him, 1961, and here's the script of the speech. This is what you will be highlighting. Finally, you'll answer 3 questions and fill out that same surface features table to show us you can find those things in his rhetoric. That one is the mastery check for this lesson. We're coming to towards the end of this unit. This is the last lesson with new information and notes and things to for you to figure out and learn. And we're moving toward the summative next week. So ask us questions if you have them. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.